Hello everyone and welcome to the first round front nine action in Jonesboro, Arkansas for the 2023 Jonesboro Open presented by Prodigy Disc. Jeremy Koling, joined by Paul Ulibarri, and we have ourselves another Disc Golf Elite Series tournament. Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
And not only that, we have an incredible card as always. We are here at the Disc Side of Heaven, one of the top courses here in Jonesboro. I believe it's the second rated course here in the state, top 100 course in the world. That's pretty impressive.
It's a nice feat, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of elevation. We're going to be going up 19 floors and down 24 floors, something like that. It's a lot of up and down movement, but a big course. You guys are probably familiar with it at this point, but it is a fun track to play. We have Eagle McMahon on our card, a player who is always very dangerous on courses like these. A player who has started implementing a forehand back into the game plan a little bit. Be exciting to see if he feels comfortable with that today. Obviously, a player from Arkansas who always has the hometown favorites. All of the fans out here are loving Kevin Jones. Exciting action last year. His throw-in on hole 12, unforgettable last year. Speaking of last year,
Calvin Heimburg, first.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And a two-time winner of this event. And we have Väinö Mäkelä, the Finnish sensation, the player who's been really bringing the heat lately. This is going to be basically the perfect card. I am so excited about this group of competitors on this course today. What are they doing on hole one, Paul?
I mean, it's slightly downhill, but that's kind of like tricking you because it's almost uphill.
I think it finishes higher than where we're standing off the tee.
But with that downhill slope, you can put it on Anheuser to get a little more flight out of the disc. It's 470, so it's giving it everything you have. Luckily, in this particular day, there's no wind.
Eagle McMahon.
And so these guys are going to have no problem just throwing like lawn darts.
Yeah, this is going to be darts.
Yeah.
I would imagine. It's almost eerily calm for Jonesboro. Yeah. This place always brings wind, and there's just nothing out there. Eagle, this is moving right more than he'd like, catching limbs, skipping up into back edge of C2, maybe just outside, but that's not what he was looking for.
Second to the tee, Arkansas's own, Kevin Jones.
Yeah, the fireworks he brought last year, man. Really playing inspired.
You know, I'm going to take back my lawn dart statement because even though this is a pretty wide fairway, it still plays as like a gap shot, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it
I mean,
really does.
When
It's
you're
like,
throwing the disc this hard, sure.
It's like more of a straight, it's more of a straight shot than anything.
Kevin kind of smiling through that first balk. Now it's time to throw. Oh!
I think we could all agree that that's a misrelease.
Yeah, I think that's pretty apparent. That's a strange one to see that early of a release.
From Safety Harbor, Florida, Calvin Heimburg.
Who could forget Calvin Heimburg's absolute park job in the playoff last year? On this one, this one's moving a little bit right, but should be pretty good.
Maybe deep.
Oh, no, inside C1, perfect.
And high.
Well, maybe not perfect, but really good.
Rounding out our feature card, we've got Väinö Mäkelä from Finland.
Hello, I'm Väinö Mäkelä. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Turku, Finland. First time when I came to US, 2017 USDSC. Of course, it was like something different because the culture is different, food is different, everything is different. Of course, I was pretty nervous coming here because I didn't know how to speak like good English back then. When I was playing like first and second round, I can remember that I wasn't speaking anything to anybody. I was just like quiet all the time. Seppo Pai was big like inspiration for me. He teach me how to tour in US, he teach me how to tour in Finland, and he showed me like an entire like a disc golf world to me. I am the one of the oldest like touring players from Finland. Seppo gave me the torch. I'm giving it to the next generation. So I'm touring with Niklas Anttila, Joona Heinänen, and Tuomas Hyytiäinen. When the Finns are coming here and just like the rest of the European players, we are taking it like 100% seriously, and for me, I think it's even more. It's pretty hard to just like go like a full send that you are coming here. It's not for us just come here and just for play, but you need to commit your full life for it. If you want to be the best player in the world, it's not gonna happen that you are only competing in Europe. Why are you not coming here? We are trying to change the whole mindset of disc golf in Europe. We are taking it seriously, and when we are taking it seriously, we are having the chance to win every single event.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, me too, man. I know, a little high.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
I think it's almost.
Oh, let's go, Väinö. Great start after that emotional piece. I wonder if he knew that they were going to put that in right before he parks hole one. Did Kevin Jones...
He got through there.
Did he get through?
Yeah, great kick.
Wow, I thought he was going to be buried. That can be really tricky off to the left side. Eagle from range. Oh, a great effort on the first hole, and on to Calvin now, just one step inside the circle. Familiar miss for Calvin when he's getting that in. He's unbeatable. Just a little bit low. Kevin, however, saves the par.
He had some extra work even from there.
Yeah, for sure. And Väinö, beautiful birdie on the starting hole. That's a great way to start your round. And I don't care how far you throw, birdieing hole one always feels so good.
Yeah, and just in case you guys over there in Finland wanted us to keep tabs, I can confirm Väinö is always practicing.
Oh, yeah. I think that's one of the things that's so exciting about the Finnish players. They are training through the off-season where... I'm telling you, there are definitely players in America that are training through the offseason, but I know that these guys are working so hard. They're finding indoor facilities, and they are working. And so they should. They're professionals, and they take it serious, and good on them. On to hole 2, par 4, 820 feet. This is a really long par 4. The tee shot is a hyzer, trying to get up around this area here, which sets you up for about a 350 to 400 foot uphill, low ceiling approach. There is out of bounds left of the basket. And other than that, you just have to avoid getting in any of these early clusters of trees because it's really thick in there.
Oh. Whoa.
Fighting through. Yeah.
Sneaking through.
Sneaking through, yeah. And from here, though, he's going to have every bit of 430 feet. It'd be incredibly good to birdie from there.
Depends on how far up he is. It's actually pretty easy hyzer if you get far enough right.
Yeah, if you stay right, yeah. And Eagle is staying right. This is not going to be good.
Yeah, that's toast.
From there, he's just going to maybe have like a standstill forehand or back to the basket backhand. But he's going to be playing for par now. Kevin intentionally going low. I think this is probably pushing more right than he'd like.
Yeah. Another spot, kind of no man's land right there.
But that was a very safe play from Kevin. Didn't really have the arm swing that you're going to see from Calvin here. That's going for the gusto.
A tighter gap up high, but it gets you to the sweet spot, which is right there.
Yeah, Calvin is the only person really in good position to birdie, but like you said, we'll see what Väinö has left.
Maybe this is just a par play. Like throw it down to the right, throw it up to the left, little upshot. Kevin's never played par play.
I don't know. I could see it. I can't see that. Eagle. He is going the wide hyzer route.
Ugh. Deep? How do you go deep there? That's crazy.
I know. Such a little run up. He is probably going to be clustered up. And Väinö's going to have the backhand flex play. Is he going to go high or low? Trying to do a low line. This is looking pretty good, but it's going to come up short.
Is it?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, a little short.
Yeah,
right.
good effort, though. To get to circle's edge is great from there.
We all know where this is going. Actually, we don't. But we do.
No, we do. We know.
Oh, same spot as one, kind of.
Yeah, just sneaking a little bit closer. 27 feet, we'll call it. What makes me think that Kevin may have been playing for par is just the tee shot was such a slow arm speed.
I think he might have been like freaked out from hole one.
Yeah, could be. But either way, it looks like a pretty safe and easy par on hole 2, which is a difficult birdie to get. 72% of the field with par and just 14% below, 13% above par. Oh, Väinö, what a great start birdieing 1 and 2 would have been. Still a good start to be 1 under through those two. And Calvin getting it over the rim here on hole 2, so he is now at 1 under. And Kevin once again kind of scrapping together a par.
Few pars and a bird. That's usually what you see on this hole. So nothing out of the ordinary. Really.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the only thing out of the ordinary is not having a bogey on the card. It's not really a high bogey rate, but you can get into some trouble. Like if had Väinö hit those early tree limbs off his tee, it would have been a pretty difficult par save.
Or maybe Eagle like gets a little deeper into that crud right there.
Yeah, surprise. Yeah, if he had been on the wrong side of that stuff, yeah, it could be really tricky to get through. Moving on to hole 3. Par 3, 435 feet down a valley, back up a hill with OB left. There is a slight influence of a low ceiling limb that hangs over the tee. But other than that, most of these guys should be throwing their straight fairway drivers, maybe bend it a little bit out to the right and have it hyzer back to the pin. Calvin's going to be going with his trusty Eagle. And this is drifting, right?
I don't know what it is about this hole, but I feel like it's gotten tougher and nothing's happened.
Huh.
Like everybody that I see throw it, it used to be like guaranteed bird.
Yeah.
And now it's like everybody's leaking left and right. I don't know.
Well, people still seem to be getting a lot of birdies on it. 2.54 scoring average.
Yeah, but look at these drives. I mean,
yeah,
there's no wind.
Yeah, nothing in the circle yet.
Maybe you need like the headwind in order to like flip the your stable
Yeah,
disc,
could
you
be.
know? Here we go. Looks like more of what we're used to.
And
It's kind of leaky.
this is heading over there towards Calvin. So I don't really even know if Eagle stayed in the circle, but if he did, there's only one on this card.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's a little bizarre.
That is a little strange. Kevin off right and low. Slow start for Kev, not really looking at any birdie opportunities aside from that. Calvin getting it up there, hitting the band.
Almost the same distance as the last hole. Let's see if he can correct it.
Yeah,
he
he does.
can. Yeah. You're not going to see a lot of professionals missing 2 of the exact same distance putt in a row. Just not going to happen. Now, if you have like a break of a hole in between,
Sure.
and maybe the next one's tough, but
Or like if it was a par 4 and it took a while to get there, but that putt was just in his memory banks from a couple minutes ago, because it's a pretty quick hole to play. Eagle also delivering a nice birdie putt, scrambling to get it out of the basket and running over to hole 4. Okay, someone's in a hurry.
I'm not like Sherlock Holmes or anything, but it did look like there was a porta potty right there. So I'm gonna just go ahead and
I saw it, but I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm gonna
Paul.
go
You just
ahead
called
and-
the man out.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Little bathroom break never hurt anyone.
yeah, he's so excited to play disc golf, guys.
First leaderboard check-in. Good scores up there.
Disc golf keeps growing. At the Power Disc Golf Academy, we believe in adding power to the player to level up their game. That's why Paul Ulibarri, a top 50 ranked player, is taking the past 18 years of teaching disc golf and boiling it down into lessons across every subject. From driving, to putting, to drills, to practice, to mental game, and much more, all to give you the power to grow as a player. Grow your game with the Power Disc Golf Academy.
Hole 4, par 4, 660. You got a bunch of little OB patches everywhere, but pay no attention to that except for when Kevin Jones throws. Most people are going right down the gut. Land right there at that little marker, which I believe is 250 feet to
Correct.
the pin. Out of bounds left up here. Out of bounds be left of the pin and deep as well. Play it in the middle and then throw a little midi up there or putter, I guess. Stable putters are all the rage these days.
Oh, yeah. Väinö going low ceiling. If this is drifting right or just staying straight, it's perfectly fine.
I feel like this is the smartest play. Throw the hyzer underneath the branch. Don't try to get cute. And then you just throw stable.
It's going to be a
putter
blind approach, I would imagine.
For him?
Yeah, do you think he'll be able to see the pin?
100%. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Eagle in a very similar
These
place.
guys are playing the way that they're playing the way that pros are supposed to play in professional sports.
Calvin's going to get this to drift a little bit straighter. And those are all just fine.
Pros playing pro golf.
Coming up a little bit short of that 250 marker, which is fine. That's probably just a rhino in for Calvin.
The only reason I knew he was doing this is because I played the skins match with him. So I knew.
Airspace up there, but it's a blind. Oh, wow. He is way up the fairway.
Is he behind that stuff, though? So he's monies.
Yep.
Here's the stable. Dude, everybody loves these. Look at and then they just don't.
This is his Toro. The pizza stamp is the Toro, and the plain green is his rhino.
What do you think? Can they see the pin from there?
Well, I knew Calvin could, but I don't know if Väinö can. I think that you can see the base of the pin just around that bush. I think it's going to be obstructed visual for Väinö.
Oh, stop. Look at this.
Well, whether he threw a good shot or not doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He can just barely see the basket creeping through the limbs.
But can he see it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he can.
Bullseye for Eagle parking.
It sure looks like they can because those are some great shots.
Well, we're going to see the pin after their approaches, that's for sure.
Bully, bully, bully. Like you.
I got bullied.
I could see that.
Kevin, also bar job. Väinö in over the rim. Kevin Jones seems like the kid who won this high school superlative for most athletic player, but also stood up for kids that were getting bullied by the other jocks. Like, that's just what Kevin Jones seems like. He embodies that spirit.
I could see that.
A friend to all that knows him. And little star frame on 4. Pretty easy birdie before you step up to the daunting, difficult, challenging, and decision-making hole 5. 12 under for Aaron Gossage. A little fire emoji action going on right now. By the end of the day, I imagine we'll see a full leaderboard of 10 unders, as this course likes to score low when the conditions are calm like this. We hardly ever see a day, like we mentioned this on 1. It's just eerily calm.
Yeah, it's always breezy.
Always breezy. And that's one of the things that makes hole 5 so challenging is that how do you play the wind into this hole? Well, with no wind, what are we doing here? Down the middle seems like a really nice play. But playing for a safe par is also a really good option, and we're going to see that from Väinö.
That's good. Closer you can get to the OB line, the better.
Yeah,
really.
you even get a little...
Still a little touchy when you lay it back a bit.
Yeah.
Going into that green.
Yeah, but if you go full hyzer mode, well, Eagle is definitely going for this one.
Makes that look pretty easy.
Jeez. And did you notice they took away the big box that Paul hit last year when he rolled OB? Now just back to the koozie. If that was the box, we may have seen a repeat of Paul's shot from last year.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Oh, Calvin. Oh, that is squeaking through that left side.
I'm surprised the course is here after that happened to Paul. With the pool that guy has.
He just buys the property and burns it. Kevin going for the Spike Hyzer layup. Calvin was flirting with danger there. Going down the middle is a great shot, but you're trying to bend it right of this tree that you see in front of you, and he went left side through that gap. And
see, this far back, this isn't like a formality. This is tough.
What happens here often is that people go quite deep to avoid coming up short, and then they leave themselves that really nervy 35-footer for par.
Yeah.
Kevin doing a good job there, putting that one close.
This is where you want. Just an easy little jumper.
And you can get a little cheeky from there. The closer you get, you can really see yourself making it. We saw Ben Callaway do that on coverage a couple years ago. He was kind of back there in the Kevin Jones range, though. It was a full throw-in. There it is.
Oh, that's nice.
His C2 percentage has gone way up this season.
That was from guaranteed 4 to a deuce.
To taking a stroke on the field, essentially. 3.14 average is fairly low, I feel like.
I mean, second most difficult hole. Well, that's tough.
Yeah, we definitely, when we see the wind picked up, we usually see 2 to 5 birdies on this hole, but we did see about, 9 or 10 birdies. And Eagle is just absolutely based. What a drive. Couldn't have been easier. Players on our card starting to get heated up here. 3 under for the top 3 on the card, and Kevin Jones still slow start here at 1 under.
Is this the next one the easiest hole?
Almost. It's the second easiest hole, but...
Oh, yeah, there's that little hyzer 14 or 13.
15.
15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 6 is one that, man, again, you step up, you're like, but wait a second, there's going to be a headwind, right? As soon as I let go of my disc, because there always is. Yeah. But right now in the calm, these guys have got to park this hole. No forehand here for Eagle. Very common play. Just putting that one 24 feet left. Vinny going Toro. Giving it a bit of a run. Väinö going A2, very similar stability, similar speed, and a little koozie action. Kevin, barely overstable. Oh my goodness. X1 into the green. Steep Anheuser out of the hand. I thought we had a misrelease on our hands.
Tough putt from over there. It's like awkward footing because of that big tree. it like slopes upward, and then you get your dinky meter, and it's like, oh, you can't miss it. There's a bunch of people.
Yeah, sure.
And usually a little breezy. Kind of tough. So what I'm saying is that was a good putt.
Yeah, it's a good putt. You don't want to, can't leave those ones out there when.
I've seen a lot of really good players miss from there.
Oh, for sure.
See, Kevin's even checking it out. He's like, man, that was a tough putt for that guy.
Yeah,
a little
sure.
slope right here.
Oh, yeah.
He just told him, nice putt.
And another star frame. The good pace these guys are on right now. Eagle 4 in a row. Calvin 4 the last 5. And Väinö just picking him up as he goes through the course. But well done for Kevin to get to 2 under. On 2-7, a tee pad that was introduced last year, making the hole a little bit longer, but also harder to get to the prime landing zone, which some would say is left of this tree, some would say is right of that tree, just not directly behind it. Setting yourself up for a low ceiling approach to the pin. There are some backdoor righty hyzer leaky gaps that go over this fence, but a lot of players are going to choose to go forehand skip shot into the green. Eagle intentionally going left here. This is looking... How does one do that so simply?
Haven't quite figured it out yet.
The spin rate on that disc is insane.
This guy can spin it as well.
This needs to avoid being spun behind. Yeah, okay, so he threw it far enough where he's going to have a standstill forehand, I would imagine. But if that's 5 to 10 feet shorter, you're looking at a real icky hands up lie.
Trying to get left, I believe, so he can have that forehand in or maybe backhand turnover. Roller.
Väinö's got a ton of power, and he's full 60 to 70 feet short of eagles.
Well, yeah, I mean, he made hole 1 look pretty easy with like almost just one angle all the way there.
Right. Kevin Jones way left. That's really good spot. Almost 2 left, actually, but he should be pretty unobstructed for the forehand line.
Skip in. Oh, those 2 little guardians, he splits them.
Well done.
Never split them. Had every single putt of my life from those 2 trees.
Yeah. That corner tree can be a real annoying little problem for sure. Väinö. Look at that. 2 holes in a row with koozie action for birdie. Good start for Väinö this round.
Yeah. Tactic. Right? Isn't it? I don't know.
I mean, you throw it that far, you could throw your mini. I mean, he just ripped that drive.
I just hear everybody say it. All the cool kids.
It looked like... Surprised Calvin was actually closer to the pin.
Oh, juiced it.
Okay. Probably...
Trickster.
Yeah, a little obstructed for sure.
Especially when you're 9 foot tall.
Okay. Well, good thing he was 9. If he was 8'5", that would have hit the cage.
Yeah.
Kevin with a short putt here to go back-to-back star frames. And that one's in. 3 of them so far this round for our league group. Basically, the clip is if Kevin birdies a hole, everyone else does as well. Yep, leaderboard's starting to get filled up with double digits. If these guys have anything to say about it, they want to get their names on leaderboard too. They got to continue their ways because this course is playing exceptionally easy for what we're used to.
Got a little sidearm hole for him. Par 3, 324. Hang it wide. Sometimes it's really tough to get it right enough to get the park job. So you have a bunch of little tricky 25 footers, 30 footers, 45 footers.
I find myself at outside the circle an annoyingly high rate.
Yeah,
because it's just throw a hyzer, trust that you're not going to go too far right. But it oftentimes becomes Eagle going forehand. And it's to note that actually Eagle last year at this event this was the event that he threw some forehands and he re-aggravated that shoulder, and then he decided, I'm just going to play the majors this year. So it's good to see him back out here, and good to see him throwing the forehand and feeling comfortable with it.
It looked like he barely touched that thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, and look at Calvin playing the backboard. He actually was going too far right, but when luck is on your side, luck is on your side.
Maybe he's like an old school player and he likes to bank it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Basketball.
Sure. Tim Duncan. Turn around, use the glass. Väinö just playing it perfectly. We've got 3 shots essentially bullseyed. Väinö needs to start throwing it a little bit farther away from the pin if he wants those C1 stats to go up, because right now he's not getting any stats by just parking every hole.
And he might have missed that one. So he's like 0%. It's embarrassing.
Kevin Jones has given himself an opportunity to get on that C1 putting stats. Oh, yeah. Solid putt.
Such a good putt. It's up there. And
It
then
is, yeah.
The shorter you are, you want to get pin high, because the shorter you are, the more up there it is.
Eagle in for the birdie, and about to see a turkey of star frames. I don't know. Last time we had a turkey of star frames. That's pretty good stuff.
What do you call that?
Oh my gosh. American Thanksgiving. Stars and Turks. I don't know. That's really bad. You put me on the spot, my man.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to have a turkey on hole 9.
No,
So we're not going to have to come up with some, well, we could. No, we can't. No, too hard. And a lot of luck involved on this next hole.
Oh.
It's par 4, and you got to hit this really tight gap right here, 750 to the hole, but you're going down in the valley, up the hill. A lot of people land underneath that tree right there, or to the right. Yeah,
a good shot lands underneath the tree, and that's hard.
And then you're shot in if you're not throwing a flex forehand, which a lot of people don't. You just try to crash that tree, so it's a lot luck-based as well.
It's a hard hole to get, that is for sure. We've seen Eagle go the big spike hyzer route, and yeah, he's lining this up. This play is just essentially for like 2 people on the planet Earth.
Have you tried it? How do you know then?
Well, it's so wide. You're just going so far away. But the thing is, with Eagle's ability to carry distance with the hyzer, he's putting himself in a spot where he has a much better angle to approach just farther away from the pin than a straight drive will land.
Gotcha.
Calvin pulls this one right. Fights through a little bit. Actually, a lot of it.
He's the luckiest player I've ever seen today.
Wow. So this gap feels so much more difficult than it was just last year. And I was talking to the course designer, Brad, about it. And he was saying, well, here's the thing. You guys are here later in the year than you've ever been. And our gaps are more full with leaves than they've ever been. And I hadn't even thought about that, but it comes into play here in the hole 18 specifically. Those 2 places, these gaps seem a lot tighter. Kevin Jones going with a nice flex forehand right up there in Väinö's territory. 4 good drives. Eagle just playing this one out way left and safe. Didn't really have a good attack play. Not that safe, actually.
Yeah, that was just a misrelease right there. He's trying to crash that tree.
Calvin, this is the crash play for sure. Out wide, low ceiling, racing out to 53 feet, 8 inches. Just your normal 300-foot grenade. Oh, coming up just short. Love the effort. I like the shot because it also tends to not roll away. And this green, as fast as the slope is, likes to roll away.
Here's the crash shot.
And you can see right there in that camera shot, just for a moment, you can see the low, wide gap. There it is right there underneath that limb. That's the one spot where you really have like a quote-unquote pure line to get to the pin, but it's very difficult to reach, obviously. It's completely blind from wherever your drive is. Vinny to get to 7 under on the front 9. Scary putt here. He just runs everything. I love this hyper-aggressive Calvin Heimburg line.
Why wouldn't
his play?
Your putts like that.
Yeah.
My putt looks like that all the time in the open, like what Väinö just did. Why would you ever run it? You know?
Wounded duck.
These guys.
Kevin Jones. What a 5 under on the front 9. Pretty slow start and then really pick things up here. And now he's got 5 of the last 6 holes.
Well, and he just went sidearm, then grenade. That's never been done on that hole.
Besides him, I'm sure that's been done by him a bunch of times. You don't think he likes the grenade in this hole?
I don't know. Like I said, I played with him and he didn't mention it, and he definitely didn't throw it.
He's like, when I see Kevin Jones throw a grenade, it's like the least surprising thing for me to see. He's just so good with that shot.
It's definitely made it popular. I mean, nobody really threw it like he does. Like as a shot, it was an escape shot, and now it's like just a shot.
There was that one Veterans Park Open with him, Miles Seaborn, and Eagle. Or maybe Kevin wasn't even on the card, but I don't. If he was, it was just Grenade Festival.
Yeah.
Got to go back and watch that. It's like 30 grenades in the front 9 alone. Anyhow, taking a look at this leaderboard, Silas Schultz, 9 down through 11 holes. Have you heard his name recently? I feel like he's trending upwards right now. A lot of good scores.
Trending downwards.
Yeah, it's a par for sure. Either way, a lot of good scores. Not surprising at all. The course is very gettable. Round 1, probably going to have the best conditions today of any day of this tournament. We got a little bit of weather sneaking into round 2. We'll see how that pans out. But either way, round 1 front 9 is in the books.
This course is playing like a local doubles league.
Yeah, disc golfers are good these days, folks. Come back. We got 9 more holes.